Let's finish off our trilogy of Royal Rumble lists in grand fashion. Grand, much more time consuming for my editor than for me fashion. Thanks, Rich. Idiot. Eliminations are the heart and soul of the Royal Rumble, and there have been, let's just consult the Grap computer, over 1,000 eliminations over the year. Blimey, we better get to stepping. Let's get ready for tumbles. It's the best elimination from every Royal Rumble. Also, I'm not including the greatest Royal Rumble because it's from a horrible Elseworlds dimension, and I hate it. 1988, One Man Prang. The unofficial first Royal Rumble, a sort of pilot episode Rumble, was won by the One Man Gang, who also made it to the final two of the first official Rumble in 1988. Wrecking Shop getting the most eliminations for running at speed at Jim Duggan, who hit him with the first ever low bridging of the rope spot in Rumble history. One Man Gang takes a quick, fluid tumble. It's the first ever final elimination. It's nothing spectacular, but we're just getting started. 1989, Andre Nopes all the way home. Andre the Giant doesn't like to lose, so how do you eliminate him from a Rumble? You have Jake the Snake Roberts bring Damien to the ring, a gigantic Rumble-sized Damien, which kayfabe terrifies the big guy so much he hurls himself over the ropes and heads to the back to get himself an anxiety sandwich. We've all been there, Andre. One of the first proper Royal Rumble spots happening in the same Rumble as the Warlord's record-setting elimination. 1990, Wrong Man, Perfect Execution. At this point, the Rumble winner wasn't yet granted the title shot at Mania, which explains why Mr. Perfect was originally booked to win the 1990 Rumble from the number 30 spot. Would have been nice, didn't happen. Hogan won lol instead, but at least Kurt Hennig went out perfectly, doing a beauty of a flip bump over the corner turnbuckle. 1991, fine, let's talk about Bushwhacker Luke. Look, I generally find the Bushwhackers as entertaining as scabies, but yes, this is iconic for a reason. It is very silly and begrudgingly funny. Luke walks down to the ring like he's being puppeted by a 4-year-old, walks across the ring, is guided out of the ring by Earthquake, and he walks to the back. It's pure pro wrestling nonsense. 1992, Stuck the Landing. This is a very memorable Rumble without many memorable elimination spots. Sure, the finish, I guess, with Hulk Hogan being the world's worst sport about being eliminated 100% fair and square by Sid, but the best probably belongs to Dandelion and Warlock. He's clotheslined over the top by a momentum-riding Hulkster, but he lands directly on his feet, cool as you like, before rolling back those dead eyes. Nice. 1993, it takes a dead man to make a dead man. 93 Rumble is fairly bad, remembered mostly for the Randy Savage pinning Yoko spot, which, yikes. Owen Hart takes a gruesome tumble to the outside, but we're sticking with Damien Hirst. Taker hoovers up the most eye-wincing elimination of the lot, choke-slamming Samu sort of over the top rope, but he kind of flips and stacks it on the outside. Made Taker look like a monster, you know, before Giant Gonzalez shows up. New generation Rumbles. Hooray! 1994, and then there were two. Could have put the double elimination spot on the list. It's really the only thing the 94 Rumble's remembered for, other than, you know, Diesel doing his thing. But it's just Bret Hart and Lex Luger cuddling their way over the top rope like they're in Shape of Water. A much more fun spot is Fatu and Shawn Michaels being Irish whipped at each other, HBK leapfrogging Fatu before both men are eliminated by the final two at the same time. It's just neat, is what it is. 1995, Bulldog learns the golden rule. The 95 Rumble blows. There's no roster, purged by the WWE steroid scandal and talent raids by WCW. You'll remember Timothy well? He's in the 95 Rumble. So Stephen Dunn. And fucking Quang. Grim stuff, but hell, that final spot. Michaels 1 foot before getting back in the ring and clobbering Bulldog out over the turnbuckle. That at least is the stuff of legend. 1996, Vader Zuna have their hearts broken. The super kick that eliminates Diesel and wins the match for HBK is very nice, but the best elimination, certainly in terms of shock factor and fan response, is Michaels having the moves that drive Vader and Yokozuna wild, arse over tea kettling both thick lads at the same time, shortly after arriving in the match. Shawn looked like a total megastar getting rid of those two behemoths before, of course, Vader came back in the ring and then eliminated HBK, but unlike pretty much every other Rumble, it didn't count as an elimination because, shrug. 1997, it breaks a king. In between racially charged commentary during the Attitude Era, the Clowns Are Us stuff, and the Foot Fungus feud, you'd be forgiven for thinking that Jerry Lawler isn't funny, but when the stars align, he can be, and none more so than when he popped up from the commentary table to enter the 97 Rumble, take 2 punches, and then shriek his way back over the top rope. His yell is actually funny, followed by his refusal to admit for the rest of the match that he'd taken part in the Rumble at all. 1998, the rivalry begins. The 98 Rumble is fairly naff. The 3 Faces of Foley was a nice touch, but otherwise, yeah, this is a one-man Rumble, and it feels like it. A whole bunch of random mid-carders, no real spots to think of, a lot of kicking and punching until Steve Austin arrives, and even then it's standard out you go fare. So let's at least go with the final elimination, which is Austin eliminating The Rock after a stunner, kickstarting one of the most lucrative feuds of all time. 1999, Gilbert, because 99's a terrible Rumble. I mean, what do you want? Kane eliminating himself to chase after Asylum Workers, the bit where Vince won? I guess Chyna powering out Mark Henry's really fun, nice payoff to their feud. Big moment for Chyna, shame she's immediately eliminated by Austin. Genuinely the most entertaining elimination is the one where Gilbert shows up and is just sort of shoved out by Edge, disappearing from view. It's pretty funny. 2000, Two Falls, much better than 99, but still just okay. The 2000 Rumble has its moments, namely X-Pac eating a truck of shit, poor Sean, Taka taking a damn face bump, but pretty much everyone's favourite moment from this year's Rumble is the dance break from Too Cool before Rikishi eliminates both his boys, but they work it out. Fun, sweet, could only happen in the Rumble. 2001, the Big Dead Machine. Oh, here we go. The golden era of the Royal Rumble. For the next 4 to 5 years, these Rumbles are all great. None more so than 2001, ending with Steve Austin, bloody, battered, but swinging for the fences, finally ending Kane's insanely awesome run with chair shots and that final clothesline. Awesome. 2002, let's be Maven you. Let's be Maven you. Let's be Maven you. Hurricane's the second best elimination, but man, this moment rules. Undertaker comes in, ruins everybody, especially the Hardys, before a dropkick heard around the world from Maven, hoofing Mark Nado out of the ring. What happens next, Maven may remember less fondly, but in terms of anything can happen in the WWE, no Rumble moment rings truer than this. 2003, F5. It's just a bloody great stunt from a bloody great lad. In 2003, an underrated Rumble, Bonk Lazenby enters and wrecks shop. His masterpiece is eliminating the world's greatest tag team, or team angle as I guess they were then, before F5ing Matt Hardy out of the ring right on top of them. Looked brilliant. Try slapping that tornado, Matthew. 2004, mutually assured destruction. Another great Rumble that we don't often see because, well, you know. Benoit's elimination to Big Show is pretty iconic, but the best of the lot belongs to Mick Foley, returning after chickening out of a match with Randy Orton on Raw for fear of being punted again, only to throw that fear to the wind, launching himself at Randy Orton, eliminating both men to thunderous applause. 2005, London Has Fallen. Probably number one on a lot of people's lists of best Rumble eliminations. It's just a thing of beauty. Paul London is on the apron, ducks a clothesline from Snitsky before eating another one and hitting a shooting star press to the Invisible Man on the outside. Amazing. 2006, holy shit, Bobby Lashley. Sure, Ray twirling Randall Keith out of the match to win it is a pretty great moment, but you cannot forget about Bobby Lashley Jesus Christing Sylvan out of the ring. Like, the lad does a full-on cartwheel and he's no cruiserweight. In bloody sane. 2007, Sabu makes his bed. He who sets up the table shall inevitably go through it, and so it is, and so it shall be. Sabu pauses before entering the 07 Rumble to set up a table on the outside, which he revisits 5 minutes later when he's chokeslammed through it by Kane, and it's a super satisfying break too. 2008, altitude adjustment. 2008 was a great Rumble, but not so much in terms of cool elimination spots. HBK getting revenge for the previous year was fun, but ultimately this Rumble's all about Cena's return, so it makes sense that he's got the best one. Attitude adjusting Triple H out of the ring to close the match. Still looks good today. 2009, Santino wasn't ready. Lol. Look, I don't really like Santino stuff that much, but hats off. In he goes, out he goes, perfect form, rolls right in front of the camera, pops up immediately in frame, in character with I wasn't ready. Really well executed comedy spot and a record that may never be broken. 2010, the madness of King Sean. Hands down the most Shakespearean elimination in Rumble history. Aftermath. It's an absolute masterclass in storytelling. One of the best eliminations ever. 2011, Jack Swagger? I guess? Oh no, we've entered, this is the dark times of the Royal Rumble. I don't want to do these years because, 40 superstars in a 2011 Rumble and barely a memory between them. I mean, Rey Mysterio hit Swagger with a 619 to knock him out. That's fun. Better than The Miz, who's not in the match, eliminating Cena, I guess. Oh dear. 2012, Karma's One Good Day. Again, not a whole bunch to choose from here. This is the one remembered for being the announcer's Rumble, so that's fun. Shout out goes to Karma, who gets a literally one good WWE memory in this Rumble, making Cole flee in terror before grabbing Hunico and hurling him straight over the top rope. I miss seeing Kong wrestle. 2013, a lover's tiff. So right now we are deep in please WWE don't do the thing we think you're planning for WrestleMania territory now, and get used to it. John Cena wins a really unremarkable Rumble this year, so thank heavens for at least Team Hell No and Kane refusing to put Daniel Bryan in the ring after catching him. A bright light in a dark time. 2014, dogfight. Alright, Batista Rumble. Like, it actually was decent enough until the end, when it wasn't. Roman Reigns getting almost eliminated by Ambrose for taking revenge by big dogging Cesaro, Rollins, and Ambrose out of the ring all at once was actually cool. Back when Roman was cool. I know he's cool now, but you know what I mean. 2015, Kofi, I guess. This Rumble sucks. Like, when he's saved by the Rosebuds, I guess they carry him around, then he gets kicked in midair and eliminated for real. Like, what else? God, this Rumble fucking sucks. 2016, welcome to WWE. This is a lot easier to watch now that AJ Styles has been WWE champion twice. Kevin Owens ruins AJ with a super kick before screaming a welcome into his face before dumping him out. And it's one of the reasons why KO is one of the best characters in the history of WWE. 2017, really good lucha fling. Braun Strowman has never won a Royal Rumble. Shut up. He's never won a Royal Rumble, but he's created some painful memories along the way, especially in 2017. He chokeslammed James Ellsworth to his death, but the coolest one by far is launching Kalisto into space. Look at him go. 2018 women's, excuse her. I won't apologize for this. I know the 2018 Women's Rumble was historic, but it barely had any great spots. Step right up, Heat Cougar and Master of Booze, Vicky Guerrero, who unites the field and eliminating her before murdering Carmella on her way home. Cherish Vicky Guerrero. 2018 men's, happy birthday Sheamus, you big idiot. The Heath Slater storyline was amazing in the 2018 Rumble. He spends literally 5 entrances ruined on the floor before cocky birthday Sheamus picks him up with all the arrogance that comes with a birthday and chucks him in the ring, only for Slater to spring up and immediately eliminate him. Possibly the best comedy spot in the history of the Rumble. 2019 women's, Rose is ahead, Naomi is blue. This is so much fun. Naomi literally goes through an American Ninja Warrior obstacle course, tightrope walk plus long jump to get back to the ring steps, only for Mandy to just bonk her on the floor right at the end before standing and soaking in the heat like a true heel. Amazing. Amazing. No, don't cut that. That was shit. 2019 men's, Elias, I guess. It's not a bad Rumble. It just happens. People come in, some of it's fun. Hey, Samoa Joe. People leave. I like the bit where Elias is grabbing the turnbuckle and Rollins slaps him off. That's fun. All the Nia stuff. That's it, really. Anyway, 2020 women's, three's a crowd. The women's Rumble in 2020 was pretty good. Spotlight on Bianca and Shayna. Charlotte was a decent call at the time. Yeah, it's fine. But the best elimination spot, by far, goes to Mandy Rose, who at first is saved from elimination by landing on Otis at ringside. That's genuinely sweet, and the crowd loved it. And then they try and do it again, only for Sonya to literally prove that 3 was a crowd by landing on the pair of them. Like, that's actual metaphorical narrative foreshadowing. You love to see it. And 2020 men's, Brock Lesnar, aka the most satisfying Rumble elimination possibly of all time. I mean, the pop speaks for itself. Amazing. Drew comes in, eliminates Burke, who just eaten half the roster with one single move. Not just the best elimination from that year, but one of the best Rumble moments of all time. And that's our list. Did we miss out your favorite eliminations? Let us know what they are below. Don't forget to like and share this video around. Make sure you subscribe to WrestleTalk for more great news and lists, and never forget to jam that jam.